massive zone draw. And a face-off win for Benedict. Back to Kevin Phillips, goes rink wide to Walsh, who at the front of the net is Benedict, who scores! Walsh threw it at the net. Benedict was right out in front. He was left all alone. He had agoraphobia, and the Belfast Giants shoot and score. Was it Walsh that we credited with it, or did Benedict get a touch? Certainly Benedict just got right in front of Stevie Lyle. First strike to the Belfast Giants.
And we talk about face-offs, and right there, face-off, they win the draw clean. Right back to Kevin Phillips, a quick hard pass, and then it's just a wrist shot, and right there, Benedict goes to the net, tips it, and in it goes.
Walsh, Benedict.
Yeah, he got the tip.
We'll see it again. Benedict just goes to the net. He's the man in front who will try and get in front of Stevie Lyle. Here's Cook. Goal! Exactly what Rick Strachan says. Cook takes a shot. Hawada gets in front of Stevie Lyle, and the Belfast Giants double their advantage. Cook shoots and scores. The Giants lead by 2 goals to 0.
Yeah, right there. You know exactly what we're talking about. This unit here, there's nothing fancy about it. Get it to the point, but look at Hawada. He's right. I think that either hits Hawada or one of the Cardiff Devils in the backside goes into the net. But watch Hawada go to the net here. Puck gets to the point. They set it up. Watch this. Get yourself in there in the net. But that penalty that Miller took is a bad penalty. It's going to cost his team dearly.
George Hawada stands in front. Well, George Hawada's 27th goal of the year. His first goal in the playoffs. Here's Brabia, out in front. Long goal, Brabia! Off the back of Stephen Murphy. Just when you thought the Cardiff Devils were in trouble. Brabia, individual effort. Stephen Murphy couldn't stop it, and the Cardiff Devils back in it.
Yeah, just a great play by Brabia. Takes the puck down the wall, and what they do best, drive the net. Murphy's cheating to the back post. Watch this, great pass, bank pass here. Now we're going to the net, Murphy's cheating a little bit, there he is, he's off the post, hits him in the back, and in the net it goes. Sometimes, you know, good things happen when you put the puck to the net, right there.
Third power play goal of the, third playoff goal of the year for Max Brabia, his 33rd goal of the season. And you know what? Timing, momentum is key. What timing for the Cardiff Devils, because 2-0 down. Will he be lifting the playoff trophy in 1 hour's time? Back out to Phillips, he takes a shot. Boff couldn't pick up on the rebound. Second shot, Brabia! Max Brabia just shoots and scores with an absolute bullet. Pitter-patter, let's get out of the Cardiff Devils tie it at 2 apiece after Boff took one in the chest.
Yeah, they just stayed with it. Winning the races to pucks, what they've been doing all period. They stayed with it. Right there what happens. Boff takes a hard one off the chest. It bounces right back onto Max's stick, and he buries it off the goalpost.
What a finish again.
Here we go. The one-timer just drills Boff. Brabia just keeps cycling up and then right off the goalpost and in. Great shot.
Well, Max Brabia has certainly come to the party. 2 goals that have taken the Cardiff Devils from 2-0 down to 2-2, scoring his 34th goal of the year. His 4th player. Murphy. Any surprises there? I don't think so, do you?
No, I've seen Max Brabia take penalty shots before, and what he's going to do is he's going to go low stick side.
There's your prediction. Left-handed chop Brabia over the blue line. Brabia versus Murphy hits the post. Didn't go low stick, but he hammers off the post. Now it's the turn of Jeffrey Swiss. Touch with this.
Right there, he just shoots the puck quick and catches Murphy going backwards and beats him cleanly, but it hits the goalpost square.
Is it a shock that Chevrier takes the first penalty, not Swiss?
I'm at the, your best guy goes first in case you have to go to sudden death, you have to shoot the 4th time.
Because, folks, if these 3 are even at the end of it, we go again. Here's Chevrier. Chevrier versus Lyle. Chevrier pulls a move. Oh, it was wet and it just ran off his stick.
Yeah, we heard Matt Sauce and Christensen saying we like guys who shoot because you start stick handling. It rolls off your stick, and right here, he didn't even get a shot on goal.
Well, you don't very often get a defenseman take a penalty shot. You've got one here. Here's Wes Jarvis. Can he add to his tally? Jarvis versus Murphy. Jarvis shoots. Shoots wide on Murphy. Never looked like scoring, did he? Didn't have that confidence, that body confidence.
No, he didn't. And right now we got a defenseman going for the Belfast Giants.
So it's Walsh who will take his shot. Here's Walsh. Here's Walsh. Walsh versus Lyle. Walsh pulls a move, shoots. Lyle denies. So, two shooters apiece. Here comes Mark Smith.
He's a shooter. He's like Max Berbere. He's going to pull it back, and if he sees an opening, he's going to shoot hard.
So Jarvis has missed, Berbere has missed. What about Mark Smith? Smith versus Murphy. Smith shoots, Murphy denies. Murphy makes the save. This to win it for the Belfast Giants.
Oh, this could be a, even a Cinderella story. You call it what you want. Here's the guy that kept them in it last night, won it for them last night, that has the chance to end it.
Who writes the scripts? Is it Jeff Swez? Is it Stevie Lyle? Lyle out of his goal. Swez to win it. Swez pulls a move. Lyle denies. Oh!
Wow, that was a great move by Swez. He had Lyle going the wrong way right here, and this rolls off his stick. Stevie Lyle is going the wrong way.
Max Berbere, now a sudden death. So Berbere. Can he put more pressure? Berbere versus Murphy. Berbere, patient. Oh, what a stop, Stephen Murphy! Outstanding, Stephen Murphy.
Right here, Stephen Murphy, he just dives over and gets it at the last moment. Great move by Max Berbere.
Evan Chevrier, do you want to be a hero? Do you want to go home with the prom queen? Here's your chance. Lyle versus Chevrier. Chevrier shoots, he shoots and scores, and he wins the 2010 playoff finals for the Belfast Giants. What a way to win it. What a finish from Evan Chevrier, top shelf.
That's just a great shot. He comes in, just waits and fires one. High glove side. That's a beautiful shot.
Eamon Convery will pass it to Colin Shields, the Elite League Player of the Year. Receives his award. The Belfast Giants are the 2010 Elite League champions. Go and celebrate Colin Shields. Go and celebrate the Belfast Giants. You are the champions. Important to their intensity and their tempo.
Well, the thing that Matt Myers does extremely well, he has a first effort. Here's Beardbrier on a break, though.
Matska takes a shot, rebound, Pele shoots and Pele scores! Just as Ron Schuger always says, he finds the right area, he finds the right spaces, and 8 minutes and 51 seconds into the opening period, John Pele shoots and scores, and it's John Pele's 57th goal of the year. He's second in this year's playoffs.
Great work by the Devils, get possession, and Beardbrier lays it up for Matska. Matska just pounds it, and Pele picks up the rebound and deposits it right in the back of the goal. This line has been doing it all year. Pele, forward of the year in the Elite League, and led the league in scoring, gets on the board and scores a big goal here now. He didn't score yesterday, but what a beauty here to open up the Devils scoring account today. And both the homegrown talent and the imported players have contributed.
Well, it's a Pele. Pele takes a shot. It was deflected. Kowalski doesn't like it. He's seen something he doesn't like, but right out in front. That deflection beats Kowalski. The Cardiff Devils lead by 2-0. Berbere's gone down. Pele took the shot. Maybe the replay came up Berbere.
I think there was trouble in front as Beardbrier was being a screen for Pele's shot, and you watch as Greg Weller lays it out to Pele. He just shoots the puck and good things happen, and redirected as Kowalski. You see him responding to being in front, and he thinks it's a high stick, potentially off of Beardbrier's stick. I think it goes off Corey Nielsen's stick as you watch the replay here, and Nielsen actually goes off his glove and past Kowalski, and Kowalski's bemused there in the Nottingham Panthers goal. But you're right, Bellamy was a kickstart in the offense, and there you go.
Goal, redirect, and they've got it. It's Beauregard out in front. Danny Myers drilled into the net. Beauregard in front of Stevie Lyle. The Nottingham Panthers are back in it. Holy smoke, what a playoff final we have at the NIC. It's David Beauregard again.
A whole different game now as a result of that goal from the Nottingham Panthers, and Beauregard right in front. We talk about the chuck and the draw. He wins that one. Myers gets a shot through, and Beauregard, I think, is the one who redirects it in front. You watch Myers. The puck is kind of wobbling. It's a little bit of a change-up, and Beauregard, standing there in a tripod position, has the puck redirected through his legs and through the legs of Stevie Lyle in the Devils' goal. And Lyle beaten cleanly on that one, and good traffic in front, and Beauregard gets rewarded.
Davy Beauregard lead. Voth will hit the red line and chip in. Hill. And here is a chance for Phil Hill. He sees the one-timer coming in and scores! Ryan Finnerty on cue. We talk about the man. He jumps into the Cardiff Devils bench. Ryan Finnerty shoots and scores. The Cardiff Devils lead by 3 goals to 1.
This play from the Cardiff Devils could be a backbreaker here within the first 32 seconds of the second period. Phil Hill just lays it on a plate for Finnerty to step in, and he drives it, much like he did yesterday in the semi-final against the Belfast Giants. He comes in and hammers it hard and low, and you see how much it means to him as he celebrates. Phil Hill, the puck is rolling. He takes a chance. Finnerty takes a chance at catching it while it's still moving. And this is a huge goal for the Nottingham Panthers to let up here in this first 30 seconds of the second period. Well, it was an incredible play. Here's an easy one for Nottingham.
Goal! A simple goal. What were the Cardiff Devils defensemen doing there? It's Myers, it's Clark, but it's Matthew Myers, the scorer. The Cardiff Devils went to sleep, and a 2-0 in front of Stevie Lyle. What was going on?
Unbelievable chance here. It's like we know what we're talking about. There's the man, Matt Myers, who is a game breaker and can be the difference tonight. He's Cardiff born and bred when he plays for the Nottingham Panthers, and it's Jared Adams who just leaves a little bit of a miscued puck behind the goal, and Galbraith lays it out to Matt Myers with the backhand, just slots it right through Stevie Lyle. And again, we talk about that playing style. Stevie Lyle, he wants to stay up and take this shot, and Matt Myers doesn't waste any time. He gets the shot off in a hurry, and what a bounce back goal for the Panthers.
Well, at 2-0, you thought the Cardiff Devils had the upper hand, but this Nottingham Panthers team doesn't know when it's beaten. They've shown that in the Challenge Cup. They've shown it.
League record. He has had a tremendous season, but sometimes we look and monitor stats and think that is, in fact, an indication of performance. Right now, he's performing when his team needs him most.
Well, he's conceded a fluky goal for the Nottingham Panthers. They threw it at the net. It bounced and it bobbled, and it somehow got through, and I think it was Jeff Arima who has put the Nottingham Panthers back in this one. We're tied at 3. Finnerty's was sexy. This was scruffy, but they all count.
They certainly do, and watch this play. It bounces, it's airmail, and it ends up just getting over the line here. Stevie Lyle holds in his goal, and what do? They don't teach you how to make saves on this particular play. It's a lofted, long-distance flip of the puck, and Harima gets on the end of it, I think, here, and he makes a tremendous play just to get enough momentum to push it over the line, and he gets reward for being in the right place at the right time, and we're level at 3.
Levers is back into the action, and we've got just over 2 minutes remaining, and this line looks like it's out there all the time. Finnerty tries to find Hill. It almost looks like they're double shifting. I'm sure they're not. Voth, we had a chance to find Smith, but instead shoots and scores, and the Mayor of Cardiff puts the Devils back in front, 4 goals to 3. Michael motorcycle. He empts one way, he empts the other, and surely when the pass was on for Voth, we all thought they'd missed their opportunity, but big bad Brad Voth shoots and scores.
Something out of nothing exactly here as Phil Hill gets the pass from Finnerty. Brad Voth is bouncing around, and then Christmas comes early as he just turns and fires up over the glove of Kowalski. And watch this shot here as the water bottle goes exploding off the top of the goal, and Brad Voth bouncing back after maybe taking a ill-advised penalty here against Nikolaev. Right now puts his team back in front here late in the second, and it's a massive goal from the big man.
He so passionately wants to lift the Elite League Championship. Billy Ryan comes at speed, takes a shot and scores! What a finish by Billy Ryan! Lovely pass from Myers, but it was all about the speed of Billy Ryan, and he just came with just Mark 4 speed, and Ryan ties it. Again, the Panthers tie it at 4-4.
A moment of individual brilliance here as Billy Ryan, right through the heart of the ice and right through the heart of the Devils defense, steps right through and challenges Mark Smith, and then is able to deposit high and upward over Stevie Lyle's glove side, and it is in and out quicker than you can see it as Billy Ryan just makes it happen. And again, another star from the Nottingham Panthers arrives to level this game now at 4.
in his fourth playoff game for the Nottingham Panthers, Billy Ryan.
Those individual plays that has amounted to the 4 goals that we see for both sides at the moment, but Galbraith is dangerous.
And Arima it was with a moment of brilliance there, and a goal! It's David Beauregard! The Panthers trailed by 2 twice, and the Panthers come back. They don't know they're beaten, and Corey Nilsson's side through David Beauregard makes it Nottingham Panthers 5, the Cardiff Devils 4.
David Beauregard was the most prolific goal scorer in the Elite League a couple seasons ago, and he shows you why. He only scored 31 this year, I say only, but look at the big one he scores now. Comes out from behind the goal, and quickly Stevie Lau, without a stick, unable to be able to be solid on that post, and he loses his stick to his defenseman there, and while he's just trying to regain possession, Beauregard sees a little daylight between his legs, and he's able to exploit it for a massive 5th goal, the first time the Panthers lead in this hockey game.
There is a timeout for the Cardiff Devils as we see that goal again. Got took from Weller. And then offside is called. The Hunter blows. The game is over. The Panthers bench erupts. The Nottingham Panthers have won the playoff finals. They go to Kowalski. They should go to their coach Corey Nilsson. They should go to Strachan. And Brett Pope, the Nottingham Panthers deservedly over this weekend have ended up with the big prize.
They do deserve it, and they hung fire. The Cardiff Devils looked like they were in the driver's seat for much of this hockey game, but when it mattered at those crucial junctures, when the Nottingham Panthers had to answer, they did. And they did it here with a David Beauregard winning goal late in his 3rd period. They found a way to control that potent offense from Cardiff, and they go away champions in the playoffs in 2011, and they earned it.
For Danny Myers, he's there now with Eamon Comrie. He's going to lift the championship trophy. Danny Myers is the captain. The Nottingham Panthers are the 2011 Elite League playoff champions. The NIC goes crazy. The Panthers win it again, and Danny Myers lifts the trophy. And he goes to his supporters. He goes to his fans.
They're making smart and safe plays.
Davies winds up against Fox. Benedict gets the first shot away. Fox is going to get the second. Chance for Beauregard. Scores! David Alexander Beauregard. The number 1 goal scorer in the league. Makes him 1-0 in the playoff final to the Nottingham Panthers. Wow. Patience on the clock as the final moment.
He doesn't panic. I mean, and that's why he's the leading scorer in the league this year. Great shot straight from the face-off. Guys tie up, and they leave the most dangerous man. Probably the first breakdown Cardiff's had in front. They leave the most dangerous man in the league. 5 feet out. Look at his patience here. Phenomenal goal.
Gray, Smith, 15 seconds. David Clark will hit the red line and will score. And does. The Nottingham Panthers are the playoff champions with 6.8 seconds remaining. David Clark wraps up back-to-back playoff championships.
Well, what can you say? It's been a game of chess the whole game. 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go. The best sniper in the league scores the game-winning goal, and but what a game! What a game! And you know, I got to tip my hat to both teams here. And well, the big players come up at the big times, Beauregard and Clark, and you know that's the difference on the night because there really wasn't that much in the game.
The hooter goes. The Nottingham Panthers are the playoff champions. The confetti rains down on a team that has been dominant. Back-to-back playoffs. 4 out of the last 6. And David Alexander Beauregard and David Clark have ensured the championship. What? From coach to coach, what a job Corey Nilsson has done yet again. There's only Danny Myers in the league who could just point his finger at Ken Clark and just go, just wait a minute, would you, Ken? If you wouldn't mind just waiting just a minute. But Ken Clark will present the trophy, not to Danny Myers, but to Rhett Gordon. And is this Rhett Gordon's final day as a professional hockey player? He's only been there Panthers 6 months. He's such a leader, such a winner. Presents to Rick Wardy. The playoff championship trophy. The Nottingham Panthers are the playoff champions. And whatever their reasons. The boy wonder. Gallivan, Lakovic just got a tip on it, it's on the back of the net and it falls in off the back of Stephen Murphy. Lakovic's shot, or Lakovic's tip, it ended up on the back of the net, it bounced over and it hit Stephen Murphy and finds its way into the back of the net. Power play goal for the Nottingham Panthers. They lead the Giants by 1-0.
That's unfortunate for Murphy, isn't it? A different type of power play, not so much a passing power play where they try and hit back doors and guys in the slot, more of a shooting power play, and you can see get pucks to the net, bounces on the top of the net. You can see here, Gallivan, one thought in his mind, Lakovic, I think it comes off him and bounces off the top, hits Murphy in the back, and when the luck's going for you, it's going for you.
Well, Stephen Murphy has made some incredible saves. And he couldn't be more unlucky with that one, could he?
No. That's tough luck on the Belfast
We're getting a
Giants.
great view of it here. There's the tip. Where is it? It's the back of the net, rolls off the back of Stephen Murphy, and into the back of the net.
And a millisecond later, he gets his shoulders up to the crossbar, and that doesn't go in.
That muscle there. Beckett is... It's Benedict. One-timer comes in, and what a great play for the Nottingham Panthers. Jonathan Weaver sinks in. What a lovely pass, what a lovely shot, a fabulous goal. 2 power play goals for the Panthers. They lead with 27 seconds remaining by 2-0.
Weaves is as good as anybody in the league. You know, you've got the best passer in the league, and you got a guy who understands when he shouldn't jump into pockets. He's got a fabulous one-timer goal. And I watched this whole thing evolve. I know Weaver and I know his game so well. And I was just thinking to myself, he's going to pop in. They haven't picked him up here. He just steps in and rips one right from the top of the circles. And
Inch perfect pass again. And absolutely nothing Stephen Murphy could do about that.
Oh, I've seen Jonathan Weaver do that many times in his career, and he just times it perfectly to get into that hole. And look at Ling, he's looking off, he's looking to the other guy. Gets the defenseman's stick going.
I don't know how they get a pass over that crease and through there. I don't know why they're still persisting with that. Here's Sandrock. Oh my God, what a bullet! There you go, Sandrock. One-time absolute hammer. And the Belfast Giants are back in it with Robbie Sandrock. He shoots and scores. The Belfast Giants bring it back to 2-1.
And you know, I think that's probably a coaching change, David, because you can see that's just a great shot from a guy who's got an absolute hammer of a shot. And you know, for the first 2 periods, they were trying that down low jam play coming off the goal line. They've got it back up. Now there's room up top because Nottingham have collapsed nice and low, and Sandrock lets one rip. I don't know if it hit somebody on the way through there, but great shot. Now we got a hockey game.
You talked about a momentum change. That again. David Ling.
They're letting them walk down here.
Takes a shot, David Clark nearby. Jordan Fox scores! The captain of the Nottingham Panthers lifts the treble, scores the game-winning overtime championship goal. What a season for Jordan Fox. What a season for the Nottingham Panthers. What a way to win it. What a way to lose it. And a delay the game penalty and a 4-on-3 overtime power play goal. The Nottingham Panthers are the playoff champions. They've not won the single, they've not won the double. It's a treble for Jordan Fox and the Nottingham Panthers. A fantastic end to a fantastic final. A fantastic final to a fantastic Elite Ice Hockey League season. And Jordan Fox, the man of the moment. Save, rebound, just goes wide. Great play by Jason Hewitt. White Cotton gets it back. Another hammer, it ricochets, it bobbled and it bounced. And it beats Frank Doyle. at 24-24. A power play goal for the Belfast Giants. It just ricocheted, it bounced before it got to Doyle. And Cody Brookwell puts the Giants ahead. Steelers couldn't make their power play count. The Belfast Giants did. 1-0 Belfast. He's got Phillips ahead of him. 3-on-2 if the Steelers can play this one right. Jason Hewitt off to Jonathan Phillips. Takes a shot through traffic. There's a simple tap in for Phil Hill. He shoots, he scores. Jason Hewitt broke. Drop pass to Jonathan Phillips. His high shot hits Stephen Murphy in the chest. Murphy asks the referee if he can go back to the Belfast bench. Has he been hurt?
He got that right in the throat, didn't he?
And Phil Hill has a simple tap-in. The Steelers tie it 1-1. And from Colin Shields. White Cotton just down below us. Lacroix's got to do a good job. Fatter's gone down, been taken down. Don't look at the referee and start to moan, Drew Fatter. Get up and do something about it. And it's a goal. And Jared Adams will be seizing. Not so much that Darnell missed the penalty, but that Drew Fatter then spent so much time complaining about it. And that put the Steelers in trouble.
Scampers in to keep possession. No penalty on the play. Langlays spins 360 away from trouble. Passes Surrett. Steelers with a shot and they score! Chad Langlays! It's the boom, boom, boom from Robert Dowd out in front. He may have had a touch on that one, but the Steelers back on level terms in the playoff final. And it's three shifts that went 1, 2, 3, and finally they level things up. It's the Steelers 2, the Giants 2.
In the history of the playoff finals, have you ever seen a better shift? Keeping the puck in, winning those 50-50 battles, outstanding every single one of them. You could feel it building, you could feel it coming, and the Belfast Giants couldn't get a change, couldn't get a respite. And Langley off the boards, Drew Fatter, but it was a pass that Gertson had no speed to skate onto. Gertson still, because he's so strong, still has it, still Gertson. Fatter shoots it and scores! Drew Fatter has won the playoff championships for the Sheffield Steelers. You call it right, Seth. What a play by Gertson. Drew Fatter with a wrist shot high over the glove of Stephen Murphy. And 1:34 into the playoff finals. The Steelers are champions.
Onto centre ice. And he stands. And this is the moment the Sheffield Steelers have worked so hard for. The Steelers captain takes the trophy, he walks, and now he raises it. The Steelers are crowned playoff champions 2014. Gutty, Gritzy.
Dumps it in for Tendler. Tendler out front, Gertson. It was a bouncing puck, he didn't quite get good wood on it, but there it is! 1-0! Blaze, strike first!
What a goal for the Coventry Blaze, and that is going to give them a lot of momentum leading into this game. The go-ahead goal for them, and just under 4 minutes going in this game.
Well, let's have a look back. It was a magnificent tip in front. There's Gertson, there's Tendler. And does Gertson get the last touch? And Tendler reacts like it's his goal. Let's have another look.
You just see crashing in that. Paul talked about it earlier on. I think that's a Steve Gertson goal.
It was a smart play by Jurgensen, just put it in off the dasher board. Gertson out there, O'Mara. Quick shot, Tendler going to the net! Tendler! Tendler! Tendler!
Jeremy Tendler with his 18th goal of this season for the Coventry Blaze. And with 29 seconds gone in this middle period, it is now the Sheffield Steelers 0, the Coventry Blaze 2.
Well, Tendler just going to the net. You know, you get the puck to the net, Tendler picks up the rebounds. Picks up the rebound. He's got great hands there, and he just buries it. Again, you know, this line of O'Mara.
Phil Hill pounces on that as quick as a cat. Here's Le Guy. Le Guy back to the point. Thomas got all turned around, and here comes Ross Venus. Venus with a chance. Ross Venus, 3-0 Blaze. Venus, you beauty.
Ross Venus with his 6th goal of this season for the
Superb play by the Coventry Blaze. 10:43 to go, middle period. Sheffield Steelers 0, Coventry Blaze 3.
Well, what a great move from Venus. Just fakes the shot, a little bit of a jolt of the shoulder, then goes to his forehand, and Eunice gets fooled a little bit. He goes for the first move from Venus, and a great finish from Venus. He looks like a 10-year veteran there finishing that off, and that is a big goal for the Blaze because it puts them up 3-0. I think Jared Adams is probably calling a timeout here to try to regroup his team because he knows going down 3-0 if they take it into
the gears. Here's Cowley. The intensity picking up. Cowley, a gentleman of a player. Giving it to Hewitt right there. Goodness gracious, it's 4-0. Ashley Tate.
Captain Marvel Ashley Tate for the Coventry Blaze. And that's his 8th goal of the season. 9:16 to go, middle period. Sheffield Steelers 0, Coventry Blaze 4.
Well, again, the one thing Coventry have done well in this game is they're getting the pucks to the net. Not hard shots, but they're testing Eunice on his rebound control, and there he loses that one. And Ashley Tate, throughout his whole career, has found ways to score goals in finals and semifinals, and we see it here again. 4-0 lead for the Blaze with one of the top.
Freder, quick shot, and Stewart's lost his twig. And Eggener was about to give his stick over to the goalie. And Waugh, the Blaze Blue Army let it know. Waugh looked like he kicked that stick away. Open net! Waugh! And Stewart is irate as he tried to collect his stick, which was knocked away by Waugh, and he is remonstrating to the officiating crew.
Matthew Waugh with his 45th goal of this season and his 100th point in total, and Brian Stewart completely AWOL from his goal.
Well, Stewart's really upset. He went all the way to the blue line. He can get a penalty for that. He's going to be lucky not to get.
Excellent job on the penalty kill for Sheffield. Away 3-on-2. Here's Waugh. 3-on-2 situation. Waugh! And again, Matthew Waugh is the man of the hour for the Steelers.
Matthew Waugh with his 2nd goal of the game and his 46th of this season. Short-handed goal. 12:57 to go, 3rd period. Steelers 2, Blaze 4.
Well, you can see straight away as soon as they got possession of the puck, and a smart move from Jared Adams, the coach. He puts Forney and Waugh on the PK. And as soon as they headed up the ice, if you notice, Eddie jumped straight into the play and got involved in the play to create that 3-on-2. Again, that's playing a high-risk hockey, but you have to do it when you're down in the game. A big goal for the Steelers because they're only down 2, and there's 13 minutes left in this game. Anything can happen now.
Game on here,
Art. Another opportunity with the yawning cage. They will not take advantage. In the books! Lead Blue Blaze Nation, your playoff final weekend champions, the Coventry Blaze 2015.
Congratulations to the men from the Sky Dome. Absolutely superb performance. What a job Chuck Weber has done with this team. Rejuvenated the entire club. And congratulations to each and every one of the Coventry Blaze side.
So as the captain, Ashley Tate, that trophy spent the last 24 hours with us here on set, but now it goes to the rightful owner, Ashley Tate, and the Coventry Blaze are your playoff final weekend champions.
Yeah, that's a fantastic moment in any player's career as the captain lifting the playoff championship, and a well-deserved win for the Blaze here. They played their hearts out, and they played for 60 hard minutes here in the final, and I think a lot of people will sure the Steelers had a great year and stuff, but it's nice to see the underdog win every once in a while, and the Blaze came through with a fantastic performance to win the cup.
Here's Schultz. Schultz with a nice move, nice toe drag through Jorgensen, and Stewart stops him. Lawrence to Schultz! Schultz up top shot where you keep the peanut butter. 1-0 Panthers.
Well, the pressure has finally paid off for the Panthers. They're spending so much time in the Coventry end of the ice. It was just a question of time before something hit the back of the net. And again, I believe Lawrence doing a lot of work, just picking up the puck, buying time, looking for his man. They get a quick shot in here from Schultz. And I don't think Stewart sees that. I think he might have hit the knob of his stick, but he was so screened there, he couldn't see that shot coming in. You can see he's trying to see the puck, and it hits the back of the net, it's in.
That's a great pickup by Schultz there. Kicks that right up, puts that right upstairs for grabs it.
Here's Schultz. Schultz drops it off for Quick. Nice little tip move there by Quick. Quick out front, it's in! Oh, baby, 2-0 Panthers. The shot by Quick trickled on through, and Stewart is angry at himself.
Well, the puck seemed to find a way between his legs, and I don't know if there was a deflection in front, but Quick just got the puck to the net. If this is Quick here, and you watch him here, he just gets it to the net, and there's a little deflection. I think he might even gone off the foot. Is that whoever is in front of the net there?
It's Lawrence in front, but I think Quick actually puts it through the legs of Lawrence.
Oh, well, that's, yeah, I mean, Stewart didn't see that puck, and he just didn't seem to know where it went, and it ends up in the back of the net, though. It doesn't matter how, and that's a big goal for the Panthers.
Love a Cannell.
2-0 for the
on, will chase it down, just 8 seconds remaining. The streets in Nottingham will be Panther gold tonight. They win 2-0.
What a performance from Wickman. I mean, even at the end, that last minute and a half, he had to come up with quality saves. And you know, one thing about Wickman is when he gets a lead, he doesn't freeze the puck as much. He tries to kick it off to his defenseman to take time off the clock. He played really smart. His puck management was very, very clever in the last 5 minutes of that third period.
Of the Nottingham Panthers, he's lifted the Challenge Cup this season, and now he will lift the playoff championship trophy. Well done, David Clark. Well done, Nottingham Panthers.
Will try and bring into the zone. Hotham with a spin and a turn, and now they have space. Shot comes in, they score! Opening their accounts on playoff finals weekend. Guillaume Doucet, and the Devils lead by a goal to 0. Battles out there. Cardiff in possession with Haddad. Loses out now. Steelers can break. 2-on-1. It's with Armstrong. He's got a man with him. Scores! Armstrong top corner. And we're tied just like that.
Exactly what they wanted. Quick response. Neutral zone turnover. Sheffield jump on it, and good for it. You know, I'm pretty sure he was feeling bad. He took that penalty. Cardiff scored, and the same guy gets them back on level terms.
Palpitations on the bench, and now the chance to go again. It's going to be Haddad. Haddad steps to the middle, shoots, scores! Cardiff lead by 2 goals to 1. Another bullet of a shot from Joey Haddad, and they lead again in the Elite League playoff final. Devils 2, Steelers 1, still in the first period.
Makes a really nice move. Fake shot, steps to the middle, and then a quick release, puts it. I think he likes that spot.
54.6 seconds is what the big score clock says in the centre of this arena. As Andrew Hotham brings in again. Steelers pressure, 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 but Cardiff keep possession. And now feed it out in front. Martin scores! 3-1 Cardiff! A second power play goal! Sheffield stung, and the Devils are dancing with delight. Are they heading towards a grand slam?
I mean, you get that pass there. There's probably not many guys you would put your money on more than Joey Martin in the slot.
Here is Walker, puts it in, scores! Something from nothing, bounces Beeson. A shot on goal, and the Steelers cut the deficit to 1.
Just get pucks to the net, you never know. And I don't know if Bounds couldn't see it, or it took a deflection, but yeah. He was reading one way, it took a deflection, went the other.
A collision between Saric and Bordelot. Now Armstrong over the red line. Spins away from Bright. Armstrong again, boos for him after his collision early doors. Fretter walks in again. Fretter with the move, he scores! We're tied at 3. Carlton Fretter goes forehand, backhand, and the Devils concede. Bang, bang, 3-3.
This is probably one of the, as a spectator, this is a game you want to watch. 6 goals, over half the game left. There's definitely more coming.
The ball.
Great first 5 minutes by Sheffield, and Cardiff, they've used their timeout. They need to just take a deep breath right now, because they're on their heels. Momentum's with Sheffield.
48 seconds remaining on the power play. Not got that clear-cut opportunity as yet. Maybe now it will come as O'Connor has it on the blue line. Cardiff doing a good job with Andrew Lord. The shot will come, they score! Deflected by Levi Nelson! And the Steelers come from behind to lead by 4 goals to 3! 36 seconds remaining on the penalty. Wow with the shot! And the Steelers lead in the playoff final. Levi Nelson, it hits him and goes in. He'll claim it. Cardiff Devils 3, Sheffield Steelers 4. Just keep
that puck pursuit, yeah, just jumping on second pucks, being relentless, not giving Cardiff a chance to clear the zone.
Haddad, he goes wide, still Haddad moves it to the middle, they score on the break. It's a good finish from Ulmer. And having been under so much pressure, Sheffield let them in.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with that, but credit to Haddad. Drove wide, drove the net, puts it across the net front, and then again you get pucks to the net, you have guys going, good things happen, and it's a timely goal for them. They'll be, that'll give them a chance back on level terms. It'll set them down, and on their bench will be a kind of a lot calmer place right now.
And now all of a sudden Fitzgerald with a hard blast, looking for the tip more than anything else. Debian will walk to the middle. Debian still misses the net himself. Sheffield not able to find a target as that's tipped wide, this time from Walker. Sheffield with the pressure on. What can they do? Walker gets the chance, comes back again, Walker scores! His second in the game!
That was a broken play, it was a one-timer that didn't happen. Nielsen didn't get hold of it, and I think it comes right back to Walker, and obviously Bouncer's reading the first shot. Yeah, it goes stick, skate, right back to Walker, bounces out of position, and
so close to making the save.
Under his pad.
Sheffield Steelers retake the lead by 5 goals to 4. What a wacky game of ice hockey we have here.
Well, my prediction of not many goals is definitely not coming true.
He does a good job on Joey Martin. Then Aslan will look to move it to the middle. Ben O'Connor makes the play. Cardiff have it back though with Hotham. Hotham with a little move. He's trying to feed it back door. They score! Andrew Hotham! A celebration to antagonise the Sheffield bench, but he ties the game. Another third power play goal in this game. Yeah, I think he deflects off a skate.
Takes a deflection off Phillips' skate. Yeah, there you go. 5-0. Yeah, you see straight Mustakovs, you know straight away it's snuck through. He's unhappy with it. And
look at this celebration.
Yeah.
He didn't like Jeff Walker's celebration, punched over it. Face-off won brilliantly though by Ulmer for Cardiff. So much respect for all of those players out there who have just put everything in. Here's Levi Nelson for the Sheffield Steelers, cuts to the middle, Nelson scores! The Sheffield Steelers are the playoff champions! Levi Nelson goes top shelf, and Cardiff's Grand Slam dreams are over.
Great shot coming in off his off wing. The way it got turned over, Cardiff's D-men were a little high maybe. It just gave Nelson a little bit of room just to take a step to the middle. Short side upstairs over the. I think Bounds definitely got a piece of it, but couldn't get enough to stop it going in the net.
What a goal now. Knows. As he raises it above his head, the Sheffield Steelers are the playoff champions 2017. They did it the hard way. A Levi Nelson goal in double overtime. Enough to see them end the season with silverware.
Listen to this noise. Martin. Ulmer's the option in front. Morissette's near side. Pope is deeper. Pope shoots. Pope scores!
Wow.
There's the breakthrough.
Well, we talked about getting pucks through and shooting the puck, and wow, what a shot. Quick release. Great shot.
Well, the first goal of the final.
24-53 is the time that the Cardiff Devils
Great shot.
find their way through. Hotham skating into the circle, scoring again for the Devils! They've taken a 2-0 lead.
We talk about that face-off all the time, Jonathan. He gets to walk down there, half of them, they all do it. He is dangerous when he goes down that wall. You can't let him come into that area of the ice and get that shot away. Great shot.
The Devils lead 2-0 in the playoff final. In the Elite League's best defence. Read the situation well. And now he's flying forward. Neely! Steelers brought back to life through Eric Neely.
Well, we talked about skating at them with speed and getting pucks through, and there you go, that's what they need. You know, they have to skate at them, they can't stop their feet going. They've got to create problems and turn Cardiff to get pucks to the net.
Terrific finish from Eric Neely. 13th on the season, and maybe none more important. Back within one. Not initially. They might do now. They will do now. Morissette. The net's empty. It's over. It's the Cardiff Devils. The wait is over. They're going to be playoff champions. Into the empty net. What a moment. What joy.
You know, experience is a huge...
He's tied up in the corner. It's knocked away. Redemption for Cardiff. They can party like it's 1999. They're playoff champions again. They've got their own back on the Sheffield Steelers for last season's final. And this time, the celebrations are all Cardiff's. Disappointment for the Steelers, but this is a red day. Made it back to the top on playoff finals weekend. Already league champions and conference champions. The Cardiff Devils once more are playoff champions.
Period. Here's Ferland. Ferland with a hit on Schistel. Schistel will be a target now after that hit on Murphy. There's no doubt about it. Here's Hedden. Hedden and Bentifolio. Hedden scores! Hedden will open the scoring, and with 3:28 left, it's 1-0 Cardiff.
Well, the Giants got caught up the ice, and the long pass came out. A clear 2-on-1 with all the time in the world for Hedden to make a decision, and rather than pass it, he just picked this spot. And although Besko Ronnie gets a piece of it, it still gets through into the net. A great shot from Hedden in that situation. Just why else all the time in the world in this 2-on-1 to pick his spot, and Beskorani just couldn't do enough to keep that out of the back of the net. We look from the view from the back. It's a nice shot, and it beats Beskorani, but he did get a piece of that one.
Rain with the shot. It's through the legs. It's in. Rain with the wrist shot. It's through the 5-hole, and it's 1-1 halfway through the third period.
Well, the Giants win the face-off. Puck goes to the point, and there's the drive to the net. Bounds, I don't think ever see. I think it goes between his legs, but off the wall, right there, driving hard to the net, creating a screen, taking Bounds' eyes away. Rain just gets a good wrist shot to the net between Bounds' legs, and it ties the game up at 1-1 with 10:04 left here in the third period. We were saying if the Giants continued to get chances and shots, eventually...
Fournier gets his motor going. Fournier with the play, and Fournier with the highlight reel goal. 2-1 Devils. Fournier with a piece of magic at Motor Point Arena.
Wow, when I saw Fournier turn up ice, full speed ahead, kicks it out to the right side and continues driving to the net. I didn't think he had enough time to make a move or a play, but he finished it up right there. A little pass to the outside, drives to the net, gets it back, gets away from his man, and just stuffs it between the legs of Besko Rawani. What a play from Fournier to get a quick goal back for the Cardiff Devils, who were looking in trouble in this third period.
Running down Riley wildly turns and fires. Higgins with the shot. It's deflected high off the glass, and it's done and dusted! The Cardiff Devils defend their playoff title! They stop the freight train, they stop the Grand Slam ambitions of the Giants, and the Devils will win this one.
Moment that you never forget. A championship trophy